Well, everybody, it's Chris again, back with another review for the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. I apologize. It seems as though we had a technical difficulty, so I ended up talking to myself for the longest time. But here's the deal. I'm reviewing a Hefeweizen tonight. It's from Utah Brewers Cooperative. Normally, I would not do the same brewery right in a row like I know I just did a Squatters IPA, but the deal is, those of you who follow me on Instagram know that I recently, my fiance Nancee, she broke my Weizen glass, my Joseph James Weizen glass, and it turned out my buddy Tony had kept his from all those years ago when we got our Joseph James Weizen glasses at Lee's, and so he gave me his, and I poured a Hefeweizen in, and the only Hefeweizen that I had was a Wasatch one. This is two Utah Brewers Cooperatives in a row. I'm going to show you once again, I did use the pop-the-top opener, and the cap is in perfect condition. And I apologize for the way that this is going. Once again, pop-the-top from Taza Designs. Normally I like to show you the pour and the opening, and I did not get to do that. But I'm showing you now that there is actually sediment in here. This is the best by date of 12/27, so I'm a few weeks ahead of schedule. And I paid $1.79 for this at Total Wine at Boca Park here in Las Vegas. So, not usually a big fan of Hefeweizens. I'm not going to say that this one has turned me over to it, but I do think that the apricot added to it does make a Hefe a little bit more palatable, at least I think so. This has an ABV of 4%, and they are a Salt Lake City brewer. Showing you the bottle once again. Comes with no other name. It's just the Apricot Hefeweizen from Wasatch Brewing. I do apologize for the fact that you didn't get to see the pour. I apologize you didn't get to see the opening. Sometimes that's just the way it goes, and that's how technology worked out for me tonight. So, anyway, the good news is I've got my my Weizen glass back, and so I can enjoy my Weizens properly. And so once Tony gave this to me, when we filmed our last Tiger Sox review, I thought I just had to put it to use. So I'm glad that I have. I'm glad that I did. I'm going to try very hard not to make this a regular habit of doing the same brewery, or at least the same cooperative, 2 reviews in a row. But anyway, can mostly smell the apricots from this. You don't get the other, the usual Hefeweizen, spicy, bananas, rubber bands, those kind of smells. I'm not getting it all. I'm just getting the apricot. This has, I'd say, a low level of carbonation. Very few bubbles coming up. The head is persistent, but it's not very thick. Anyway, this for $1.79. This is not a bad Hefeweizen. Those of you like myself who aren't crazy about this variety probably would be a little more inclined to drink this one if you absolutely had to. If there was no other, if the only option there was a Hefe and it was this one, I'd probably drink this instead of. I would definitely drink this over Bud Light. So I'm going to probably give this. I'm thinking, maybe a 3.5, because that's pretty generous for me for a Hefeweizen. That being the case, I want to remind you to drink good beer. Don't break the bank doing it. And before I sign off once again, Tony and I are going to be getting to work on the Creek Geeks. This Wednesday, I'm going to discuss it a little bit further with some of the staff there, hopefully. And but we're going to be looking to do that very, very soon. And I want to thank you for your support. And until then, as I was saying before I interrupted myself, drink good beer, don't break the bank doing it, and cheers.